Hi everybody, it's Julia here and I am back with a new process video in my Pocket Page notebook. This time I'm going to use primarily the BU ephemera pack by Pink Fresh Studio, which is so pretty. So I have this watercolor paper that I've done some stamping and stuff with the Distress Oxide Intellied Rose. So I'm just going to leave that on the right side. On the left side is going to be like most of the actual page. So I have here a photo of my brother working on his shelf. So okay, my brother has done, like, is working on making a TV bench, like with place to put his TV and video games and that kind of stuff. And he's been working on that for quite a long time. Well, not a long time, but I think he started like after Christmas something. And I am just, I mean, all of us, we're so proud of him, and he's working so hard on this, and he's finally started painting it, which means that it is soon done, which is really fun. So I've been sort of documented his progress. So yeah, this is going into my notebook. But my plan is to put all of the photos I have together later and make like a scrapbook page about that, because I'm hoping sometime in the future having like our own album just for him. But yeah, this is for me. So I mounted that on some vellum and then pattern paper from Simple Stories. I have like a basic 6x6 pad with wood grain paper, which is like my favorite. And then I have this piece of cotton rag. It's like, you know, bed linen. Um, and I have quite a lot of those in my art studio to mop up stuff. And the other day I spilled quite a lot. I had made like a big batch of like watered down indigo watercolor paint. I was going to do some pouring, and I did pour, not on the paper though, and I used this to soak it up, and I thought it actually looked kind of cute. So I brought it up in here in my bedroom where I have my scrapbook stuff, and I found it when I was making this layout, and I thought, how fun would that be to have a different texture in my book? I hardly ever have like fabric different texture in my book. So in my previous page, if you have seen that one, I used the BU that had like a faux leather tags or banners, whatever shape. And this one I have some fabric, and I thought it was really fun. So yeah, so oh gosh, sorry. So what I have done is I went through the ephemera pack and I pulled out all the pieces I thought I was going to use, and I pulled out the ones who have like the copper and then the navy details, which worked perfect with this fabric, so everything just works together. What I really like about the BU is this copper accent. I think it's really fun. And another thing is that it is my brother's favorite finish. I mean, he loves everything copper, so I thought it's going to be perfect on layout about him. So I have here a bit of a label, and I just added some journaling talking about the progress of his TV bench shelf thingy. And then going to add that, and I also have quite a lot of these um, leaves, and I really love leaves, and you know that I can put leaves on pretty much everything, so I'm going to put leaves here too. But I'm going to start with this little bit of a tab in the copper of rose gold, and I'm just going to put March, I think, or April, March, yeah, I don't know. And then I found this BU in that navy scripty, and I think it's really pretty. The BU, I mean, does it fit? I don't know, it doesn't really, it's about, but I think it's about him being very true to who he is. So I think it works like that, and it looks good too. What I have an issue with in scrapbooking in this sort of a traveler's notebook setup, I have done it for at least a whole year, or 2 years, I think, like actual proper scrapbooking. And one thing that I can honestly say that is a bit tricky for me, it is titles. I think, I mean, I have an issue with titles in regular scrapbook pages, and then I can use thickers in foam and chipboard and all of that. But finding the right uh, uh, titles for doing these pages, I think it's tricky. I think it's a bit hard because I want them to be a right proportion, like not too big but not too small, and not too bulky. So yeah, I think that is like the part of this scrapbooking in this way, or doing memory keeping in this way, that I really find challenging. So yeah, and I quite honest, sometimes I don't add titles because I don't know what to say. um, so yeah, and sometimes it's very, very simple, and yeah. But I think that is like, I wish there was a better, more products with good title options. Yeah, I do have to say that the sticker books by American Craft, like I have the Maggie Holmes and the Paige Evans, and they have quite a lot of stickers that are very good sized for titles, both like on the cardstock paper and also on the clear, which I think is really good. And those are perfect, but yeah, they are in English. Now I have an English title here, but quite often I would prefer having Swedish titles, and that's when it's a bit tricky. But yeah, that is my page. I love how this turned out. I love the colors and the copper. I think it's so pretty. So check out Pink Fresh Studio BU collection. They are so much fun. Love those faux leather tags that I didn't use here. But the ephemera are beautiful. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you soon.